Okay, here we are now on the camera. And today I got the Crystal here. Crystal is a nutritionist and she has all kind of degree from the University of Hawaii. And what we're going to do here in Hawaii, we call it mana. Mana is given to you if you have the right nutrition. So we're going to make mana, making spiritual power and muscle power with mana. And I live on the ho'o mana, so everything's going to be mana blah. All right. Okay, my name is Peter. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to say. But now we're going to cook gluten-free. And that's very, very important. Gluten-free food. The Hawaiian had no grain, and they used in the old days used to live much, much, much longer today. Is that so?
Yes, they used to, mostly their diet consisted of starch. Potato starch or root starch was their staple food for their diet, and that's how they got their carbohydrates, and also through fruit. So we're going to do something that's gluten-free. Gluten-free is something that is very big right now. There's a lot of gluten allergies, celiac disease, and that's about 1% of the population. But then we also have things called gluten intolerance, and that is a growing condition. A lot of people are on gluten-free diets and are finding it's working for them. And then there's a growing autism population, and there's a lot of evidence that shows being on a gluten-free, casein-free diet really improves their behavior.
Now, let me ask you, in the old days, you all had wheat and gluten, and nobody got sick. Now, all of a sudden, everybody drops dead because of gluten. What's happening?
Well, there's no clear-cut solution as to why this is happening. There's some theories out there. Some say it's due to the hybridization of certain species of the wheat. You know, hybriding and being grown different than what was grown by your grandparents and what was eaten by your grandparents in generations before. So there's a lot of theories out there. We're not really sure, but the anecdotal evidence is showing that if we eliminate it from the diet, then there are some benefits that can be seen. Some people have better results than others, so it's kind of a trial and error thing right now because there's no test to show whether or not people are gluten intolerant or not.
Well, you see, the best thing is, of course, is the best doctor to tell you if you're healthy or not, your body.
Exactly.
So just go with it. You know, what happened is then on the other side, as a benefit, 1 acre of wheat produces roughly 3,000 pounds of food. But 1 acre of tapioca, 30,000 pounds of food. So tapioca is the answer for the future generation. If you want to produce 1 million more babies, no problem, just turn the diet around. And don't tell me, no, we don't know this stuff. Hey, 1960, the first time I came to the United States, nobody touched Mexican food. It was too hot. Now today you cannot go in the supermarket without dropping over the tortillas. Things changing, so what? Right? So we have to change around. Now, what I want to do today is the tapioca cheese bun. It's a recipe from Brazil. Yeah, Brazil covers it, call it over there. And made with tapioca, eggs and cheese. So it's a very, very simple recipe, and but I need your help. First time I make it, you know, but it works well. I did it already in different ways. So the first thing, we need a cooking pot, and we add all the liquid ingredients. This is 2 ounces of water.
We have here 2 ounces of water.
Keep on going.
A half a cup of butter.
Half a cup of butter, that is 4 ounces. There we go. Into the cooking vessel. All right.
A 1/4 cup of milk.
And there we go, the milk.
And
a little pinch
3/4 teaspoons of sea salt.
That's Hawaiian pa'akai. Hawaiian pa'akai is the Hawaiian word. Pa'a means concentrate, and kai is the ocean. So concentrated ocean is sea salt. Right? And then before we're heating it up, we should put the tapioca into the mixer. Right? So here we go. It is how many ounces?
This is 2 cups.
2 cups.
2 cups of gluten-free Tapioca starch.
Yeah. And I'm importing it from Thailand. You see, there's tapioca is actually the highest consumed starch of all of them. It's not rice, it's not wheat, it's tapioca. So millions and billions of people perhaps already working with tapioca. All right, now we have to wait until this. So the liquid is boiling, and according to the recipe, we have to add it now to the tapioca. This one is not permitting me to add it while it's running, so let's see if I can do it this way. So this should give instantly a glue. There we go. Now we have to add the garlic, a little bit of garlic. How much garlic, my darling?
Garlic is 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. We actually use some roasted garlic in this recipe, but you can use raw garlic or roasted or pre-minced garlic.
All right, yeah. And as I say, we live in Hawaii, and if we live on part of living in Hawaii, I get my garlic right from the farmer. Woo! Now this goes in there, the cheese, and there we go again. Now we have to wait until it becomes a little cool until we add the eggs. So turn it off. Okay, now it's cool enough to add the eggs. So let me turn on the mixer, the blender. I heat up 2 eggs first. And the most important thing before we even start it, I turn on the oven at 375. So that gives us now a nice cheese bun made with tapioca. And now the fun starts very soft. Shoot! Alright, here we have the beautiful mixture of tapioca and cheese, eggs, and we pour it here in a slightly greased muffin pan. Right? And then put it in 350 degree or 375 degree Fahrenheit, not Celsius. That means, Celsius, that would be burning. No. Alright, tapioca, by the way, you all know tapioca product if you go to the supermarket and buy shrimp crackers. Shrimp crackers are made with tapioca. There's an old recipe from Indonesia and called kerupuk. Yeah, so there's nothing new in the world south of the equator. Alright, now we put them in the oven, and 15 minutes later we got beautiful cheese buns. Alright? Okay. Alright, it's now, what is that, 16¼ minutes. The cheese bun should be ready. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this beautiful creation we made today? Oh, voila. It looks fabulous, doesn't it? And the only thing we have to do now is just turn the baby upside. Ooh, ouch! It's hot. It's hot. Wow, look at this beautiful picture here.
Yay.
That's my cheese bun made with tapioca flour in a beautiful shaped pan. You see this pan I bought, this gives us a nice shape. Alright, John. And now, thank you very much. And next time you're in Hawaii, come to the Ho'omala and enjoy my beautiful cheese.
Thank you.
Thank you and thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Alright.